Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, what's this all for? Or felt a connection to something bigger than yourself, even for a fleeting moment? That, my friends, is the beginning of a journey into your spiritual self. Today, we're diving deep into what it means to be spiritual. It's a word we hear a lot, but what does it actually mean? It's not just about religion or going to a specific place of worship, although it can be. Christina Puchalski, a pioneer in the field of spirituality and health, defines it as the aspect of humanity that refers to the way individuals seek and express meaning and purpose, and the way they experience connectedness to self, others, nature, and the significant or sacred. Think about it. Spirituality is your personal life journey. It's that ongoing search for meaning, influenced by your beliefs, your relationships, the world around you, and even your cultural background. It is what drives you to ask the big question: what meaning do I put in my life? This isn't about some abstract philosophical puzzle. It's about you, right here, right now. Maybe you find that meaning in mentoring a younger colleague, in the unconditional love you have for your kids, or in volunteering for a cause you believe in. That's your spiritual self in action. A huge part of this journey is connection. This isn't just about your Wi-Fi signal. It's about your connection to yourself, to the people in your life, and to nature. Have you ever gone for a hike and just stopped to listen to the wind in the trees, or felt an incredible sense of belonging while sharing a laugh with close friends? That's the connection we're talking about. It's the feeling that you are part of a larger tapestry. Then there's the aspect of the sacred and transcendent. This is our search for something beyond the day-to-day grind. It's about finding a sense of peace and fulfillment even when life throws its curveballs. For some, this is a connection to a divine or higher power. Researchers like Beauregard and O'Leary suggest that true spirituality involves experiences that bring you into contact with the divine. For others, the sacred might be found in art, music, or the profound quiet of a library. It is that feeling of awe that makes you feel both small and infinitely large at the same time. Now let's clear something up. Spirituality and religiosity are related, but they're not the same thing. Religiosity is more formal. It's the adherence to a belief system and practices of a particular tradition, like a church or religion. It provides a structured path, a community, and a shared set of values. You can be religious and spiritual, or you can be spiritual without being part of an organized religion. Both paths are valid journeys toward finding meaning. So, why does any of this matter? What does cultivating your spiritual self actually do for you? Well, for starters, it can lead to a profound sense of contentment and serenity. It's not about ignoring life's problems, but about building the inner strength to face them. This is what we call spiritual well-being. It helps you develop wisdom, accept the things you cannot change, and find a meaningful existence. Spirituality helps us grapple with those tough moral and existential questions. Am I a good person? How can I live my life to the fullest? These aren't just late-night dorm room questions. They are the bedrock of a well-lived life. By exploring your spiritual side, you build resilience. Think about someone who has faced a major loss. Very often, it's their spiritual beliefs, their sense of purpose or connection to something greater, that helps them navigate their grief and find a way forward. So, how can you start enhancing your own spirituality? It's simpler than you might think. It can begin with constant reflection and meditation. This doesn't mean you have to sit cross-legged for hours. It can be as simple as taking 5 minutes at the end of your day to quietly think about the choices you made. Did they align with the person you want to be? Another powerful way is to develop empathy and compassion. The next time you're in a disagreement, try to genuinely understand the other person's perspective. When you see someone struggling, offer a hand or a kind word. This act of connecting with another's humanity is a deeply spiritual practice. For many, faith in a higher being is the cornerstone of their spiritual life, providing guidance, comfort, and strength. Ultimately, it's about creating your own meaning, vision, and values. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What kind of impact do I want to have on the world? Your answers will guide you toward a more authentic and spiritually fulfilled life. In the end, this whole journey is about finding yourself. This search for meaning is absolutely vital for our overall well-being and life satisfaction. When we see the beauty in everyday moments, understand our purpose, and feel a sense of accomplishment in what we do, well-being just naturally follows. Let's define our terms here. Well-being is that inner feeling of happiness and self-worth. It's how good you feel about yourself, deep down. Life satisfaction is a bit different. It's your overall attitude about your life, how content you are with your circumstances and the direction you're headed. Think of it this way. You could have a tough day which lowers your well-being temporarily, but still feel high life satisfaction because you know you're on the right path. So, how do we get more of both? It's a mix of things. Our personality plays a role, as do our physical health and our environment. But a huge piece of the puzzle is our mindset. Healthy mindsets lead to healthy lifestyles. People with high well-being tend to be forward-thinking. They plan, they prepare, and they have a sense of where they're going. They also tend to be community-oriented, investing their time and energy in their relationships. Let's look at the characteristics of people who really nail this. First, they have effective self-perception. They are good at self-monitoring and can catch negative self-talk before it spirals. They have realistic self-esteem and self-acceptance. They know their strengths and weaknesses, and they respect themselves anyway. They also have a sense of control over their behavior. They don't just react to things, they choose their responses. They sustain loving relationships through empathy and sharing positive emotions. And finally, they have self-direction and productivity. They set goals that are aligned with their core values, and then they work to achieve them. They don't just drift through life, they steer their own ship. Unfolding your spiritual self is a lifelong adventure, a personal quest to find meaning, connection, and peace. It's about building a life that feels authentic and full from the inside out. What's a phrase or quote about life's meaning that has always stuck with you? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to read what inspires you. Before we go, let's do a quick mind exercise. It's called the 3 Good Things practice. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to take a moment and write down 3 things that went well today. They don't have to be monumental. Maybe you enjoyed your morning coffee, had a nice chat with a coworker, or saw a beautiful sunset. For each thing, write down why it went well. This simple exercise trains your brain to focus on the positive and can significantly boost your sense of well-being. Try it for a week and see how you feel. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this conversation resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a more meaningful and connected life. See you in the next video.